Hello and welcome to my channel. I know not a lot of people see my channel, but today I decided. Sorry, I sound like kind of bad. I have allergies. So, so yeah. So today, guys, I'm gonna talk about a little bit about myself. I did a few videos, but I had deleted it because my mom was coming in. I live with my parents. Meanwhile, um, but anyways, um, so yeah, I was going to do a video so today, but anyways, about that, how you call it? So anyways, about that, guys, um, I'm gonna talk about a little bit about myself and why I decided to do a video and all that, and then I'm gonna read some verses from the Bible that I want to share with you guys. So, so yes, guys. Okay, so like everybody knows is on the title thing. My name is Karen. So I'm not that crazy Karen. So you guys won't expect me to be that crazy Karen because I'm not. I'm not that crazy Karen. So, okay. So, I'm gonna talk about my hair's kind of messy. It's okay. This allergy is killing me. So, I'm it's it's okay. My hair's a little bit messy, but it's okay. Um, so if you guys see me at you and all that, yeah, just to let everybody know. But okay, but thank you and hi and welcome to my channel. In my channel, like you see what I tell you. In my channel, we talk about the Bible, and we read it, and you know, and just have like some Bible fun time, right? Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about a little bit about me and then who I am, and because I know a few people see my channel here and then, so I just want to like do a little short video on who I am, where I'm from and all that. So just a little bit who I am. And it's quarter vice. I call it quarter vice, but it's summer vice. So the young, young public out there, And then I'm going to read the Bible. So it'll be so much fun. Just, telling you guys everything, you know. So my name is Karen, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I have lived in New York for 2 years, but let's fast forward when I was oh my god, sorry. See what I'm telling you guys? And my hair is a mess. Oh my god. Okay, so anyways, like fast forward when I was younger. Fast forward when I was younger. Just leave it like that. So fast forward when I was younger. Um well, I was younger. I was very like a home person, very in room person. I wasn't that like hi, like um not call it antisocial, but a little bit, but not too much. I always was stuck in my room, four corners in a room. I used to go play outside and all that when I was very young. But yeah, but anyways, so that's a little bit about me when I was a little bit younger. But and then I also got to tell you how I saw Jesus and all that. But first, let's see how I saw Jesus and all that. So I'm gonna start all the way from the beginning of my story. So okay, guys, I forgot to mention that as well too. But okay, guys. So I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn, and nice, decent girl. Never did bad to nobody. If you need a favor, I'm that kind of girl. I'm that kind of person. If you need a favor, I'm there for you. Like, you need a favor, like, hey, do you have like $50 you can borrow me? Yeah, sure. Like, here, if I have, and if I can't do the favor, I'll tell you yes. But I'm not a greedy person, and then, if I see you hungry, I'll give you food. I'm that kind of humble person. Um, you know what I mean? And I was just trying to be humble and nice, by measurements, nice. But nice, and trying to be humble all the time, because you might be good, but you don't know the next day. You don't know in a week or two, or you don't know a year how you're gonna be. So I try to be the humblest as I can. Obviously my parents showed me how to be a humble person, not to be a person that is greedy, and a person that is a bad person. They show me to work, be humble, and if you can take care of others, you can take care of others. If you cannot, then you cannot. So my parents, they showed me that when I was younger. So yeah, which is very great, and I really appreciate my parents for that. Um, Also, I did elementary school in New York. And then my parents decided after 9/11 happened to move to Miami. So me living in Miami, I believe, I don't remember, 1 or 2 years. We moved to Miami. I was young. And then, and then after that, my parents, they moved to a same place in Florida, but a different place. It's not Orlando, but it's a different place in Florida. So they moved to Sarasota. It's like a place in Florida. You can look it up and stuff like that, but it's called Sarasota. So I did high school and community college here. I made friends and all that. I was a goody girl. Yeah, to my parents. I have one sister, three nieces. And so yeah. So I did high school in Florida and community college in Florida. So when I finished high school, I did a lot of crazy stuff. That's why I say I'm gonna give, if you're young, I'm gonna give this advice. Start preparing yourself while you in your ninth and the 10th grade, and make sure that you really want that career, that you really love that career, because I didn't did that. I was all right. When I was in high school, I wanted to do fashion design. I wanted to do hairstylist. I wanted to do nail tech. I wanted to do makeup. I wanted to do so many things. So I wasn't sure what really I wanted in life. So I wasn't sure. I was insecure of myself. That's one thing, guys. Like, always try to be insecure of yourself, and be like, you're worth it. I learned that now, and then I'm a little bit older. Not too old, but I'm not going to say my age. I'm in my round, like, no, I'm not going to say it. But anyways, I'm still young though, right? Yes, I'm still young. But guys, but I'm not that old, but I'm still young. But anyways, guys, I'm not gonna say my age anyways. So okay, guys, so I was a little bit insecure. I was not insecure at all when I was going to high school at all. Then I finished high school, and then I took a little break, but not so much, probably like a few months break. And then I was like, all right, I went to community college here in Florida. But when I saw that it was almost the same materials as you take in high school, so I was like, it makes no sense for me to pay materials from high school. In high school, they were giving us the class for free. It doesn't make any sense. So I I left community college. I dropped out. I left it. I know it was a waste of money. Total, like, for real, it was a waste of money. I had to pay in my own pockets. It was really a waste of money. Um, because they were not covering. So, anyways, I had to pay my own pockets. I dropped out. It was making no sense at all. I mean, there was one class that I was learning a lot of new things, that in high school, typically, actually, they don't show you like deeply, deeply, deeply. Well, it depends what teacher you have and what materials the teacher can show the students. But I learned a lot in that class, but I just decided to drop out completely. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave, had to be bold, and I'm just gonna leave everything, and I'm going to New York. So, I said to myself, I have to leave the shyness away. I need to leave all this behind. I had to leave the scaredness. I was very scared of the trains and the huge city. Since I left, when I was like around 9, 10, 11. No, no, sorry. I left like around 11 years old, 12 years old. No, like 12 years old. Like 12 years old. I left out of New York. 11 or 12. I don't remember. I was pretty young. So it was like, so like, I wasn't like prepared. Like, I didn't feel prepared to be in New York, but I just wanted to be in New York because I wanted to go school over there. I wanted to go to fashion design. I wanted to do fashion design, remember, but let me tell you everything about it. So I left to New York after I dropped out of community college. I left to New York, and it was an experience, but it was a nice experience, but I have to have a lot of encouragement, because that's what you need. You need encouragement to step in a new level, to do new things, not to be scared of doing new things. So you have to step on the level, right? You can't just like stay here like you have to like be bold and grow up, and know your goals and methods in life. And that's why I was practically missing. It was that. So, and then on top of that, I was insecure. So imagine, um it's just it was kind of tough for me for everything. So I left New York. I stayed there for maybe 8 months, 9 months. I stayed in New York. At that time, my grandma was living there. And then I came back to Florida. Because I was insecure, stuff like that. So I found here like a little job. I forgot what it was. I found here a little job, and then I left it. I just left it. And then what happened? I had a little bit savings, and then I remembered I went with my parents and my sister, like it was a family vacation to DR and Dominican Republic. That's DR. And to Punta Cana, sorry. Punta Gorda is in Florida. Punta Cana. We went there. It was Barbado. That was, that was 2008. I went. So it was good. It was very good. Like, good vacation and all that. And then on that vacation, here starts the whole life of me. All right, so in that vacation, I met a guy, in DR. My parents was with his aunt. She came with us on the field trip. So, and me went to visit him. Not him, but she went. She, she's the aunt, so her sister, and he's the son. So me went with her so she can visit her sister. And me walked in and everything. So I met him. I started talking to him and all that. So I did a crazy idea of 1 year meeting him, getting married to him. So I met him in 2008, and I got married in 2009 of December, right? So, okay. So I, which is a bad idea, guys. Don't do that. Like, if you meet somebody and then that person's very good, meet that person a little bit better. Meet that person a little bit better because you don't know the other person's intentions or what they want, or just meet them a little bit better. And yeah, just meet them a little bit better. Yeah. And please don't get young. Don't get married too young. Like, be secure, have your things straightened up, be secure, and then get married. So, like, example, your personal life, school, financial, but don't get married too young. It's a huge struggle when you get married too young. I got married when I was 19. So yeah, it was a little bit huge trouble. Like 18 or 19. And there was 19 or 18. I don't remember. But I was young, and so yeah. So how do you call it? I'm a little bit messed up, guys. But I'm sorry. It's just this allergy is killing me. Okay, so all right, so I got married. And then I was doing papers for him. I brought him here. Um, I didn't want to like do a YouTube video about that because it's a lot. So I just didn't want to like do a video about that. But anyways, that passed a long time ago. So I got married at age 18 or 19 in DR. Okay, he was over there. And then I got him papers to come here in the United States. And then things were getting a little bit weird. Not at the beginning, but almost in 2016, 2015, and he was living here with me. You know, he lived here with me for 9 years. 9 or 7 or 8 years. Like probably 7 years. Because me have 3 years that me has been separated. So this is whole story. So I'm gonna tell you guys, this is how I'm gonna start talking about how I met Jesus in a dream and how it was and how he looks and all that. So okay, I got married. I did the papers for him. I brought him here, and like probably like 2016, 2015, he was acting a little bit weird. So I was like, okay, what the heck. He was being very depressed and all that, and he was blaming everything on me. I was like, what the heck. And like I'm trying to do everything that a wife can do. Like support you, be with you, try not to be for you to be depressed, talk about, at that time I didn't knew too much about God. I was not really a church person. I was not really into God. But yes, I did, I was telling him like, God loves you and God this and God that, you know what I mean? I was not really a very uh I was not very true, Christian. No, I was not even a Christian back then. I was just like out there in the world, you know what I mean? But not doing bad stuff, like not drugs, not alcohol, no. It's just I used to go out, go to clubs and all that, you know what I mean? So, go parties and all that, but I never did drugs or anything like that. So no, guys. So I was like, what the heck? So I told him, like, hey, do you want to do some counseling? Maybe we can do some counseling. No, I'm not wasting my money. Da, 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 da. So everything was a complaining. Oh, the rent here is too expensive. Oh, here it is and that. He was very cheap with the food. Oh my God, he was kind of cheap with the food. Not too much, but a little bit. Sometimes he would get very cheap, but it was whatever. So anyways, and I was like, yo, what the hell is going on with this guy? I was saying, sorry. I was saying to myself, like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, I can't, like, I'm putting him first and I'm not putting myself first. Like, I'm trying to do possible things for him to feel better than is Like, what's wrong with this guy? And then he doesn't want to tell me anything. He used to keep everything for himself. He never tells me anything and all that. I'm like, this is weird. Like, marriage supposed to have communication to each other. If somebody, like, if your spouse feels like, like, bad or something, like, isn't it normal to speak to your wife and say, like, hey, this is going on with me? And then, having that good communication, and then maybe, you know and then not maybe, but like maybe the wife and the husband are like, let's figure out something out. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna do something about it, right? But no, not him. He used to keep everything for himself and not tell me anything. So it was kind of weird. So I was like, yo, what the heck? So I was I had a good feeling at that time that he had another one. That he has another girl. So I had a good feeling about that. So, I had a good feeling about that he has another girl, but I wasn't 100% sure, because I'm not gonna be like, oh, you have a girl, you have a girl, you have a girl. If I don't have evidence, then I cannot be saying, oh, you have a girl, you have a girl. But I was suspicious he had another girl. So, how do you call it? So, my ladies up there, you know how it is. Okay, so anyways, oh, and also gentlemen too. So, anyways, so, about that. So I just let it go. Maybe I was thinking, let me just leave him. Maybe he wants a time for himself and all that. I don't want to be annoying and be on top of him. I said to myself, let me just, give him some space and not be, too much attached to him or anything like that. Let me just give him some space. Maybe that's what he needs, some space and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, fine. But I still do, cooking, cleaning, working, fixing bed, everything that a wife does daily, and to feel the husband comfortable and good, you know what I mean? So, that's how my mother raised me, so, but she didn't raise me to tolerate no stuff for no guy. That, no, I will not tolerate nothing for a guy. That, no, not at all. Not from a guy, not from anyone. So anyways, um in 2018, he left to New York. He told me, oh, I'm gonna go live with my aunt. I'm like, oh, okay. Why? Oh, because New York is more money. He left to New York. Oh, New York is more money. Nah, 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 nah. So I was like, okay, this is weird. I said to myself, this is very weird. So then I left to see to see what was going on. And then it was, I don't know, there was misunderstanding or there was something. Somebody said something, and then I ended up living with my grandma. So he used to leave when he was living with me. He used to leave to DR without even telling me. Like, he used to pay his flight and just like leave. And I'm like, am I here? Am I painted? Or am I a wall? Like, what the heck? And I was saying to myself that, like, what the heck? If you don't want to be with me, just divorce me, right? Like, what the heck? So, he used to leave DR like he had no wife. Like, he got no family. He had nothing. He just pack his bag and leave. And he used to come with his pretty little face from back to DR. I used to hate that crap. I used to hate it so much when he used to do that. I used to hate it so much. I even told him that. But he didn't care. He started doing it. So, and then I'm going to tell you what he has. Like, mental disorder. I'm going to tell you after I tell you the guy's story. This is good. So get your popcorn, sorry, some coffee, tea, or anything, because your girl Karen's going to tell you some crazy story today. Not crazy story, but I'm going to tell you guys some story. So anyways, So it was, for me, it was a little bit suspicious. I was like, what the heck? Like, I wanted to, like, actually get out. When he goes to DR, I was planning a few times when he goes to DR, go to New York and stay in New York. And maybe at that time, my cousin was living in New York. Maybe I was thinking to my mom, maybe I should just dump him, abandon him, and leave to New York like he does to me. Because obviously I look like a wall to him, and he's just like that's how I feel. Like I was just a wall. Now you can just ignore her whatever time you want, you know. So yes. Um so he left to New York. He was doing the same thing. He left to his aunt house. He was traveling to DR. And then yeah, he was traveling to DR. He wasn't telling me anything. I was like, you know what? That's it. Something in light is gonna come out. Like I'm gonna find out. Like I might know this is enough. Is enough. I've been tolerating a lot of things from him. So I said to myself, no, this is enough. I need to find out what is going on. So I left to New York as well to see what's going on. So he left to the yard, right? And then while he was in the R, I found out I was right. He had another girl over there. So my mom rented this place where I'm at right now, but not this room, the other room, that my grandma stays at right now. Um, she rented that room, and she took all my stuff out and she rented it. So, she found some receipts from that guy. So she found some receipts from him, and it had a girl number, her address and everything. And it was like 100, 200, 100, 200, 100, 200. A lot. I was like, oh, obviously there was no money to pay the things. Yeah, like let me tell you, fast forward. Like I stayed at my parents' house for 7 years, right? But he never was a man like to say, like, I'm already married, I'm here in the United States, like me and her, like, remember, let's, go fast forward and get our own place. Nothing. Like get our own place or stuff like that. Nothing, just nothing. So I was telling him, like, hey, I want to get my own place. Let's have our own place. Nope. That didn't fit on his schedule. So, I left my job here. I left New York. And then how do you call it? So, I left to New York. And I found a job. I was working with my grandma. At that time, she was living in New York. I was working with her, like a home attender thing with her. Then I left it. Oh yes, about the cheating part. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. So, sorry. So, I found some receipts, and I got handled. Me found the girl. Me and my other cousin from my dad's side, me found the other girl's number. So me called her, and me told her that I'm his wife, and why the heck is she with him? You know. And then she was like, oh, I didn't knew he was married. But yeah, right. She knew he was married. Like, you can't fool me. I wasn't born yesterday. So, me and her, we started talking and all that. So she did a trick on him. She surprised him. She did a trick on him. She put the camera and she put like something underneath. Um, and she told him like, oh, who's Karen? Who's Karen? Because she's your wife. Who's Karen? Oh, no, she's nobody. I don't know her, he said to her. Like, I was right there on the phone, and he said he doesn't know me. So yup. So he told her so many bad things about me and all that. So that's a different story, right? That I maybe might do a video about it, but I'm not gonna do a video right now about it because it's gonna be too long. So anyways, um So yeah, he denied me. And when you deny a child God, you deny child, you deny God. So yeah, yeah, he denied me completely, completely. He denied me. He said he didn't knew me. So yeah, he said that just like that in her face. So when she took out the blanket, the sheets, and he's like, "Oh, who's this?" When he sit down, and he saw me on the video, yo, he went crazy. But that's a different story. So I was bad because I trusted that guy in everything. You know, he knew everything about me, and I trusted him so much about, you know, about myself and everything that happened to me. You know, it's just general life. You know what I mean? So I told him everything. So he knows a lot about me. So, you know, so he used it. He knows I'm strong. So he put me weak. You know what I mean? So, you know, I remember at this time I don't know Jesus. I know who Jesus was. No, sorry, I know Jesus, but like deeply, I did not knew him a lot. Like I know him now. You know what I mean? So how do you call it, guys? So I started drinking, going to bars with my cousins, restaurants, drinking. All the time I used to go out with my cousin from my dad's side, also from my mom's side, which is I'm not gonna say my name. It was just drinking, you know, because you know this person that you trust just betrayed you out of nowhere. Why? Because they were so stupid to leave a receipt, and you found out about the receipt, and they found out also that you're doing idolatry, which you don't enter heaven for that. And that's according to what the Bible says. So yes, guys. So I started drinking like crazy. I know that's a sin, but at the time I was like, oh well, you know. So I was like, oh well, you know, just to leave the, you know, depression, just to leave, you know, everything, the crying. So I just, you know, drinking every time, not at my grandma's house, but, you know, my grandma don't take that crap. Oh, sorry, my grandma don't take that. Sorry. My grandma don't take that, but, you know, I started drinking in bars with my cousins and all that. So one night, you know, I was crying so much, and I was telling the Lord, Lord, what is going on, Lord? Why my life went from good to upside down? Like, Lord this and Lord that. And I was whipping to the Lord and crying to the Lord. And then I remember that night, I had a dream that, I don't know if I did it in one of my YouTube channels, that I was in a museum. It was a lot of, in the museum, you know, a lot of painting walls, and then you know, a lot of different art things, and from the 1950s, and you know, old back things. You know, museums have all those things. So I was in a museum, and the museum have couches. So I remember that I was sitting in a couch, and I saw like two guys were taking a guy out of the picture, which, and what I believe is, it was like witchcrafting, you know. So I was like, when I saw it, I did like that, like, what? You know, I had like, you know, like that in a dream. So how do you call it? How do you call it? Oh, sorry. I was trying to think. So yeah, guys. So how you call it? So I just went off a little bit. I was just thinking about that dream. It was wonderful, guys. That dream was wonderful. So I hide myself like in a blanket. All of a sudden, a blanket appeared. So I covered my face and I was saying, Lord, Lord, please come, Lord. Please come, Lord. And the Lord appeared all of a sudden. And the the Lord Jesus appeared all of a sudden, and I saw him appear all of a sudden. So he took the man that the two witch guys took out from the painting. He put the guy back in the painting, and then he came to me since I was the one who called him, and he saw that I was in need, of salvation. So he came up to me, guys. And oh my god, it was so wonderful. I wish you guys were in my dream at that time. It was wonderful. I'm telling you guys, it was wonderful, wonderful. So he went up to me and he stand. But I saw him with white rope. No, a white garment. Sorry. All white clothes. Nice. Iron. Clean. White. With, ropes. When you tie something up with rope. I saw rope on his waist. And I don't remember if he had a sandals or not. I don't remember. But then he's in front of me. Right? And I was like, it's you, Jesus. It's you. You came to visit me. I told him. And he just stared at me like a serious face. I was like, oh, why is it the Lord looking at me with the serious face? Did I do something bad? Did I bother him? Did I call him in the wrong time? Like, what's going on? Like, all that came in my mind. Like, I know I've been drinking, getting drunk. Oh, the Lord probably is mad at me. I said to myself, oh, the Lord is probably mad at me. Oops. Oh, I had to do something about it. I was saying all that was going inside my mind. All that was going inside my mind, guys. And all of a sudden, his eyes turned dark blue. It's like a shine. Like, it was brown, right? It was like he looked at Jewish. He looked at Jewish. For me, he looked at Jewish. He was white for me. I don't know really how Jesus is in real life, but he showed up to me. He was Jewish from Jerusalem. Very skinny face, pretty guy, brown hair, with a red thing on the top, like a red little hat on the top. I remember now. And dark brown eyes. And then when he sit down and stare at me, I don't know if he was analyzing me or analyzing my heart. I don't know what that blue light from his eye means. I have no idea. Because what I know of, it doesn't describe it on the Bible, what that means that I know of. So I was like, so all of a sudden his eyes turned blue, like dark shining blue. And I got scared. I was like, oh. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, oh man, maybe Jesus is mad at me. Maybe I'm doing a lot of sinful things. Maybe I'm drinking too much. Oh my God, he's gonna punish me. I'm going to hell. And all that. And all this and this and this and that. I was saying to myself. All that was going through my mind. All that. I was like, oh, that Jesus came to judge me now. I was like, oh, he's probably gonna want to take me, to judge me, and all the bad things that sorry guys, that I did in life. Maybe not all the bad stuff, but maybe the drinking, getting drunk and all that. I was like, oh man, I'm in trouble. I said to myself, I am in huge trouble right now. I'm in danger, yo. So I told the Lord, am I good? But no way. But then I put my sheets all over me because I was scared because of the blue eyes that all of a sudden came out of his eyes. So it was something out of this world that is not normal as a human body, as a humankind to see it. So I was pretty scared and I didn't knew too much about the Bible. And I did not know because I didn't remember. At that time, I was living. I never picked up a Bible. Well, yes, I did. Few times when I was married, but then I let it go. But that's not like now. Like, I wake up with the Bible, I sleep with the Bible, reading it. And, everything is with the Bible. So, oh, this thing's get too long. So, oh my God. Sorry, guys. So, before I didn't know too much about Jesus. So, and he got up and he put one hand in his heart, in my heart, sorry, and the other in his head, and I felt his hands. Guys, I felt his hands. This was back in 2019. 2019 and 2020. Yeah, because I found out when he was treating me, I think in 2019. Oh, no, sorry, 2020. 2020? In the beginning of 2020. That's when I found out he was cheating on me. Or 2019. Or December 2019. Yeah, I know, Christmas. I know. Oh, it was a fun Christmas because I enjoyed it with my father's cousins. So I enjoyed it. But how you call it, guys? Oh, my hands are getting tired. So how you call it, guys? So yeah, the December was horrible for me. But it's okay. I'll be fine. Yeah, December's has been like okay with me. Like uh you know, well, practically I used to spend it all by myself here. He used to leave to DR on December, so you know. So anyways, how do I call it? So I saw, but anyways, besides that, yeah, I got scared. Jesus put one hand on my heart and the other on his head, and I felt his hands on my hand and his heart. And then, when he did that, I stopped being scared, and I said to myself, like, I'm sorry, Jesus. And then he sat down. He was still looking at me with the blue eyes, and I told Jesus, "Am I okay with you?" He didn't speak to me. He just did like that to me. That's it. And his eyes got normal, brown, dark, light brown eyes. Beautiful eyes. And his eyes got normal back. And then how you call it? Oof. But it was a nice experience. It was a very nice experience. With that dream. I love that dream. I wish I can have that dream back again. I wish Jesus comes back, like one of my dreams, and I'll be like, Lord, Father, I will ask him so many questions, like, Lord, can you give me a very good man, a very nice gentleman, a very good man that is faithful in your words and that does everything from from the Bible, from your words. Ouch. My hands, sorry. I just like can. So, but yeah, that will come one day. So yeah, let me keep saying about what I saw about Jesus. So he left, the dream left. Oh no, sorry. So he laid down on the floor. He laid down on the floor. He said, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. I said, okay, Jesus, go to sleep. So I give him a blanket. And I told Jesus, do you want a pillow? I'll give you my pillow. He said, no, daughter. You will stay without no pillow. I'm like, oh, no, Jesus, don't worry about me. I told him, no, Jesus, don't worry about me. I'm good. I don't need no pillow. You need a pillow. You're the king. You're the father. I told him, you're the king. You're the father. You're the most important thing. I told him. He just smiled at me. So I give him the pillow. I put the pillow. And I was like, give him a blanket. And I stayed like that. I slept like that. Yeah. And then if he comes, again, my dreams, guys, and I'll do the same. I'm like, Jesus, you tired? Here's my pillow. Here's everything, Lord Jesus. You deserve everything. You deserve even more than that. You deserve everything. Lord Jesus, guys, I'm telling you, Lord, he loves us so much that he died for us. He died at that cross. He was beaten. He was crucified. He was everything by the Romans. Why? Because he loved us so much that he gave his own life for us. So what else can we do? We had to do everything to please him. We had to do everything, correct to please the Lord. The Lord is like the king. For me, he's the king of everything, you know? So, he did that huge sacrifice. Nobody will do that sacrifice for humankind. Let me tell you something, guys. Nobody will do that sacrifice that God did. Nobody's gonna do it. You know? Nobody's gonna do that sacrifice. That huge sacrifice that God did, nobody's gonna do it. That's how much he loves us so much. He loves us like entire world. Like Jesus is like the best. And I'm never gonna trade Jesus for anything else. Like I told Jesus sometime, Jesus, if I have to like I told Jesus, if I have to die for you, I'll die for you. I don't care. You did it for us. You did it for me. So why can't I do it for you? Right? No. Like I won't trade Jesus for anything in this world. Anything. I'm telling you. Anything. Jesus is number one in my life. I won't trade him for anything in this world. For anything. I will not trade him, guys. He's number one in my life. He's number one. He's the king. That's it. In the end. So, the dream left, but then while I was sleeping, my mind was still in conscience. My mind was like, oh wait, it didn't turn everything black. I was like, oh wait, what happened? Where am I? And then I felt like a person got inside me. And my mom said that was Jesus that went inside me. After that, my heart got pierced. My heart got like better. And he bettered my heart. I was resented. I wanted like to go to DR and slap the girl. Sorry. I wanted to burned her house with her. I'm telling you, it was very bad. I wanted to do a lot of crazy things, but God came at the right time to stop me. Like never mess around with a girl's heart. Never do that. Like never mess around with girls' heart. Never do that. So, especially Latinas, me crazy. Not just kidding, guys. But I was very like upset. I was very upset. I was very very upset. I wanted to fight the girl at that time. When I was not with Jesus. And then I was like, you know what? Then I started seeing preaching videos in YouTube. A lot of preaching, a lot of preaching. And then I was getting to know things and getting to know things and getting to know God little by little, little by little. I was getting to know God, and I was getting to know what is bad and what is good. Because the enemy is here to rob, steal, and kill. So remember that. The enemy is here for those three jobs. That's his job to do. Is rob, kill, and destroy. So, you know what I mean? I was learning and learning and learning and learning a lot of things from Jesus. I was praying, and then I was starting to learn about fasting. I was starting learning about prayers. I was starting to learn about reading the Bible, how to read it. Like, I was not like I was saying the words. I was like, "Oh, Jesus, how do you read this? I don't understand this." So I just closed the book, and then I was like, "Oh, well, I don't understand this. I'm not going to read this." That was my mentality back then. But now I read you the whole Bible if I have to. You know what I mean? Now I understand it. Okay, this is verse this, that, this and this and that. All right, I got it because I was practicing and practicing and practicing until I got the handle of it. And then I went to one of my mom's family house. My cousin's friend, my cousin mom. I'm not gonna say no name. So I went to her. I went to a church over there in Brooklyn in Salah. And there, forget it. I fell in love with Jesus. Oh yes. Remember I was living in New York. I was living for 2 years. So, I left my grandma's house. I got myself in my own apartment by myself. I was paying everything myself. Remember this guy, he practically abandoned me. He left me like that with all the bills and everything. So I was kind of struggling, to pay everything up. And, at that time, and I was just crying out. And, but Jesus, I stick myself to Jesus. I surrendered to Jesus, and I went through it, and I went through it fine. It was kind of weeping, kind of crying, you know, kind of disappointed. But yet, a man will disappoint you, but not God. So, quarter of ice. Hey, take it from me that I went through it. So I'm taking too long. So okay, so I'll do another video of reading the Bible, but first I'm gonna do this video so you guys get to know me a little bit more. So I went to Salah Church. It's a Christian church. My aunt is Christian from my mom's side. I went with her daughter, her son, which are my cousins, and I love them so much, and I also love them very much. I miss them a lot. So I went with them every Sunday. Every Sunday. I didn't even miss one Sunday unless it was closed or something came up or the Sunday. But all Sunday I was in church. All Sunday. I was not even missing one service. I was always in church. Always, always, always in church. And I'm still doing it now. Well, tomorrow this church time, I would love to go, but like this, I'm not going because right now. I'm like, I feel like I can't, my nose and everything. So I'm not going, but I am seeing the service online. That's for sure. But I'm going next Sunday. But in New York, I was not even one service. Even if COVID hit, I didn't care. Like, COVID ain't gonna stop me. Like, no way. COVID ain't gonna stop me. I used to go. I didn't care. My grandma used to, I was like, whatever. I used to go get the blessing from God. That's the most important thing. Is go get the blessing from God. So how do you call it, guys? So I was going to a lot of church. I was learning a lot. After I learned a lot, and I did learn a lot. And then in New York, they started in the whole mandate stuff. If you're not getting the vaccine, you can't work. You cannot collect unemployment. So yeah, I was stuck. I was like, okay, great. What at now, So I had to leave my apartment. I was sad because I was independent, living by myself, paying rent by myself. I loved that. I used to go out. I used to go to church. I used to walk in the snow. I love cold. I love snow. I miss New York though. And I loved working. No, I loved it, like living independent, I like working. I like doing stuff. I like to move, I can't be like I have to move, I have to do stuff, cope put my mind occupied all the time, So, so yeah, I had to leave New York, give the apartment up. I had to leave New York, unfortunately, come here to Florida to my parents, and just like start all over again. They're practically just saying, just start all over again, practically. So I come to a church. It's called now Casa de Milagros. I love that church. That church is awesome. That church is very nice. I'm gonna put like the link on the bottom if you want to watch it. They do Sunday service. I believe they do Wednesday service, and I think they also do Monday service at night, I believe, but it's online. But I also go personal. I love that church. It's very nice. The pastor and his wife, they're very nice people, and he teaches the truth. He talks the truth about it, and he talks biblical, not like he made up the cat and the dog ran out of the house, and the cat the the dog ate the cat, and the cat was in his no. He talked biblical. So they're very wonderful people. Like, they're very awesome people. They're very good people. um they're very good people. So, I mean, I used to go to them when I was younger, but then I was a little bit rebellion. So now I go to them like every Sunday. No, the Sunday that I can, but mostly every Sunday is to learn new stuff. I love learning new stuff, especially when it comes to Jesus. I love learning new stuff. So yeah, so that's a whole half an hour me talking about myself, guys. So I'm sorry, I did not want to make this video so long. I'm gonna make another video, Bible. So yeah, that's how I learn about God and about Bibles, and have the love for Jesus. Like, you don't know how I love Jesus so much. You know, I love Jesus like so much. Like, I love Jesus. Jesus is like everything for me, guys. So, all right, guys, I'm not gonna talk no more. I'm not gonna be annoying no more. But okay, just subscribe. See this channel. I have a lot of other things, also about dreams and all that. But see this channel and subscribe and to my channel. I hope you all doing well. Take care. Um, well, the church that I go to, I don't know if I can put a link in my thing. I have to ask my mom. I don't know, but it's called Casa de Milagros. So you can watch it. You can look it up and watch it. I don't know if I can, because I don't know how the pastor and the wife do their own thing. So I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to get involved in something, but they're very awesome people and stuff like that. I don't want to put something that it'll be bothered by other. I don't know, but I don't want to bother nobody. But okay, guys, they're wonderful church. It's a wonderful church. I loved it. So yeah, like, yes. But all right, but take care, guys. I'm gonna load up this video to you guys, and then I'm gonna do the Bible. I have to do a test. I have to do real estate. I have to do so many things. So yeah, I'm gonna do a short video about the Bible, read certain things. So yes. Oh, I promise you guys to put a video for marriage. So I'm gonna put that video. I'm gonna put this one first, and then I'm gonna put the Bible, then I'm gonna put the other one last. But it's 3 videos that I gotta post, which is great. Okay, guys, I see you next time. Take care, guys. Be careful with your doing knife. That you won't regret of doing. And if you see a wonderful woman that's in the Bible, nice woman, good one, don't take things regretted. Like, if you see, she won't cheat on you, oh, she's the best. Just don't take it for granted, guys. Just don't take it for granted. And yeah. Right, guys. See you in my next video, guys. Ciao. Bye.